Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday, October 29th, and we are live here in Herndon, Virginia at SpeedGaming Live 2022. If you were watching the little display there before we just cut in.
Pre-game shenanigans,
Yeah,
basically.
you saw Daaanty sending a message to his opponent. You see, he's got a little one of these that he says, because the history here, this is the Titans showdown. The question we're answering today is, does Relkin get his revenge on Daaanty for abandoning him in League? It's going to be a good one. Relkin undefeated in group stage. Daaanty taking only one loss to an undefeated Met. This is the bracket match, round of 16. Winner goes home, loser goes home. So it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, this is going to be a banger. Epi,
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see this one.
Yeah, and I'm Epi. This is Files, by the way. Hi.
Oh, yes. Hello.
But the good stuff's about to start real soon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, both runners looking real strong. Relkin came out of the group that I was in, and he was a machine, man.
Yeah.
He took down every single one, like you mentioned, undefeated, looking real strong in execution. And then his opponent, Daaanty, also looking real strong as well. Like, as you mentioned, only lost to the undefeated Matt in his groups as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is going to be a banger. And you know, it's you got to step up and win.
Absolutely.
It's that time of the brackets where you got to make it happen.
Oh, man, Daaanty with the call-out with the file name, too.
Spice, maximum levels of spice here.
Oh, pardon me.
So yeah, this is going to be a banger. I'm pretty excited to watch this one.
Absolutely. And we're about to get the countdown.
Yep.
4, 3, 2, 1.
There
And
they
we
go.
are off.
We got pretty standard. Oh no, we
Oh,
already got
split
differences.
opening.
Yep.
Oh, and that's Sword and Sank. I mean, we know Daaanty will get there, but
Yeah.
this is going to just do a couple of things here.
So Daaanty is a filthy Uncle Router. Yeah, he'll probably give himself a nice chuckle when he finds that Sword of the Sanctuary that he could have used for some of this.
Yep, definitely, especially if he decides to go any deeper, depending on arrows here, unless he gets the 10 bomb.
Yeah,
Not likely
exactly.
to do much. A heart piece out of bunk. And missed the map check we got from Relkin.
Yeah, that was pretty quick.
Yeah, powder down here.
Yep. And you know, whenever you pick up that powder in here, you grab those magic refills because who knows?
For sure.
If you end up with hammer and a Kakariko or something like that, you want to be able to knock out that powder bat.
Oh.
Oh, all right. That's a pretty profitable, filthy uncle route.
Yeah, filthy indeed.
All right, let's see if AGA 1 is going to be guaranteed on the table. 50 rupees in Lumberjack,
Yeah.
so
I mean,
there's better ways to get money.
yeah.
Most certainly.
But if you were, I don't know, maybe really desperate to get to Zora.
Yeah,
Sorry. Sorry.
I'm still sad. All right, Lost Woods. All right.
All right, speaking of.
Yeah, we're seeing quite a few items here right away, Avi.
Yeah. Of course, Daaanty now just covering through, so we'll see what Relkin reveals as Daaanty brings it up to Kakariko. Oh, the pump faking a saving quit, maybe?
Yeah, I was
That
going
would
to
have
say.
been interesting.
I like the psych out.
Yeah. But deciding no to the shield, he'll likely be forced to hold one later from a chest. Which I guess maybe while they're doing this and interrupting when they find the good stuff. If you're not familiar with the mode from matches earlier this week, it's open with the boot start with some item pool modifications. For starts, all the items get placed, but like you'll only pick up 2 bottles. They will be empty. That's been interesting because people throw them into the fairy fountains when they get there, which is cool. We get a little extra information. Sometimes those potions come in big. That shield, once you pick up a shield, that's the one you get. You're not getting fire. You're not getting mirror.
Yep.
Mail, you only get blue, even though both are placed. And swords, there's 3, but all 4 are placed. So that one in Sank's going to be common, but the rest of them might come from, or I guess the last one might come from 2 separate locations for our runners.
Certainly, yeah, it'll show up as a 20 rupee.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically, hammer and Thieves' Town. Well, there's even more money. But yeah, basically what it comes down to is there's a little bit less safeties available in this mode. You know, there's only 3 placed heart containers. There's a lot more pieces of a heart. So you might see runners that would another sword. You might see runners little bit more likely to, you know, maybe grab a piece of heart that's literally right there. You know, they're probably not going to go out of their way for it. But if it's
in your race, and it might have been against Relkin, you were on Laser Bridge, and because you'd been diligent with them, you were about to take the safety door. It looked like 3 hearts, doing your skips. You get a piece of heart. All of a sudden, you don't need to. You go right to Trinex.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, you're just a little bit more likely to, you know, if it's right there, why not grab it?
Yeah.
So yeah, and these runners are going to be happy to see, you know, already 2 swords, Master Sword. You're having a good time with that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh wow.
Mirror, of course, in a common spot. And that's one we missed on the item pool.
Yep.
That tiny magic container representing the removed half magic.
Yep.
However, hey, magic is magic. And when you're this early, Relkin doesn't have that powder yet, but Danny will be happy. On a nice investment off the bottle.
Yeah, I was going to say, wow. Yeah. If I could do that trick in real life, I would do it multiple times.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd do with rupees.
Well, Relkin's going to buy bombs.
Yeah. He's
start.
investing in his future, Abby.
Yeah, he is, yeah. I mean, he's got to get into the chicken hut.
Yep.
But yeah, both of our guys, I think, taking advantage of the bonk pile next to the fortune teller to get at least the 1 and the 50-50.
Honestly, one of the reasons I mean, boots are also, you know, they're awesome. They're really good for skill expression and speeding up seeds and all kinds of other stuff. But they also they help with your openings because you can get those bombs. You don't have to worry about it. So.
Yeah, we get that bonk rock at the start for an extra bonus item. We're gonna see library down here, most likely, just a little bit quicker through race game if we need to, given the sword.
Yeah, most definitely. Daaanty also investing in his future.
Yeah. And
all right, let's see what might be in the library and/or race game, and then this might be, you know, it'll be whether they go South Shore or what have you. So, all right, just a big 20 on the library.
Yep. And Daaanty hitting Tavern before that bomb trip, just hoping for some luck.
Can't say I blame him.
Yeah. Oh,
you know, and you know that tempered sword this early will speed up enough boss fights and everything else in GT Climb. It's totally worth getting. So.
Oh yeah, 100%. And now you don't have to worry about where the other one is. Like, you're here now. Just do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you mentioned,
and granted, they've got the the boots to do it, too. Never mind.
Oh, yeah. Let's see if Rel can get the clutch race game time. Nice.
Yeah, it grabs the 6.
All right, let's see where he's headed next after the save and quit.
Wow, beats Bob to the screen transition over on the left side there for Danny.
Yep.
Doesn't skip leg day, I guess.
Does he look like a man that might skip leg day?
I'm thinking that. With that hammer you mentioned earlier, like, hey, bat's on the table, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll see if this ends up being anything useful. Nope. Well, I mean, bombs are arguably useful.
Yeah.
But when you've already got 10 of them, you don't really need any more, so.
Yeah, I guess if you really needed to save your rupees, you'd be over here first or something. Who knows? But yeah, Relkin in the south now, gonna pull some items from the dam.
Yep, yeah. Mirror letting you skip 1 extra exit in and out of the dam, always very nice. That and hook shot will get the job done.
Yep. And not too much grade here in the dam.
No, I mean, honestly, we had so many useful items in the very beginning of the seed. I don't think the seed doesn't owe us a whole lot more in this this first sphere check. So.
Yeah, it's like, are you not equipped?
Yeah. Am I not good enough for you? Oh, Relkin.
Oh, dang, yeah.
You know,
those mini Moldorms, man.
Mini Moldorms are, like, up there with Dead Rocks, in my personal opinion, of
sure.
Some of the most annoying enemies in the game.
And especially early with the low health like this, like, it one more of those, and he would have been back at the house.
Oh, yeah.
Doing a little.
Hey, that's faster than going back down and around.
It's true.
Oh,
hey.
All right. I guess the seed did owe us more potential progression.
I mean, it didn't necessarily owe us. It just gave it. Yeah, Fire Rod there in Mini Moldorm.
Yep.
That's nice. Another reason to get that magic.
Yep. And, you know, we do have Zora money. So, although Relkin does have to be... Oh, no, he really wants that heart, and the Zora appeared right off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he does have to be a little bit careful here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, opting to do a hobo check here.
Yeah, and missed the very quick map check by Daaanty, too. Did see Crystal Desert, which our tracker, Drunk Future Self, has also picked up. Crystal Eastern, apparently. With the Outlaw, and... gloves. All right.
He's a very strong Outlaw. Well, maybe not anymore, because he gave his gloves away, but...
Well, it'd be interesting too with the whole show earlier. Who gets the mitts first?
Yeah, actually, you're right. Yeah, that might be worth the bragging rights alone.
Yeah, right.
Actually, no, I'm pretty sure they care about the victory more.
Yeah, I mean,
although first person to mitts might affect that said victory. So
yeah, it's true. It's true. Unlocks a lot and certainly needed to finish.
So the nice thing about having flippers here, at least for relkin, is that he does avoid potentially some of the damage sources along that bottom edge of South Shore.
Yeah, managing quite well with just that one heart right now.
Yep.
The blue mail out there somewhere, but not found yet. Cracking the crabs.
Just
oh no! Oh,
desperately trying to
fairy.
Boomerang for that fairy, but just like dodging bullets like Neo in the Matrix there, avoiding that boomerang. All right, so we got Daaanty has a little bit less for heart concerns, so he's opting to take the boots route over here. I assume he'll be setting up a water walk, because even if you have flippers, it's still faster to dash over water.
Oh yeah, of course.
Water to swim over the top of it. So, and as previously mentioned, there's that same water walk from relkin.
Yeah, the question in chat about the difference in items. Daaanty started at house and went up through the outside of the castle to find those.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, he had access to powder, unlike relkin. But I suspect relkin will eventually make his way over there, perhaps.
Oh, book out of the waterfall.
Oh, all right.
I mean, likely Daanty's going to catch right up on it.
Yeah, I suspect that they'll be heading in that direction. And this seed was pretty generous with money, so we are going to be getting the kind of the full Zora check here.
Yeah.
Zora ledge, only 20 rupees. Not particularly exciting. These guys are already rolling in cash.
Yeah.
All right, so Daanty's going to be picking up his glove. I'll be happy to see that. Just a little bit of love from Zora there. And see, kind of like what we discussed before, when you have a small piece of a heart container right there, and you know, the time cost to pick it up very small, and you're already at like 3-4 hearts, relkin went ahead and picked it up.
Yeah.
That's just kind of being smart about the game mode and knowing what situation you're in. So
yeah, it's going to help him out over and over if he keeps at it. But yeah, going to take a glove back of escape.
Yep, pretty standard.
Yeah, it's one of those checks made, I guess, technically a little quicker, even if they were still bomb poor somehow. You got your boots here for the bonk wall.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's one of those nice checks to make because the dark cross check in between the front and back of escape is kind of annoying. So if you can...
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it is.
relkin strikes first.
He does.
Oh, there's our map. We got red Mire, red Turtle Rock, and...
Green Pennant Swamp, I saw.
Yeah, and the other two pennants somewhere in there.
So we'll see how our hype cave looks here.
Yeah, so we're going to need a whole lot of items to get through this one, though, with Turtle Rock and Mire on the table.
Yeah, most definitely.
We'll see what the medallion requirements end up being, but yeah, getting some of those, oh, hey, that helps.
Yeah, it makes me start to wonder where, you know, if we get too many things, that makes me wonder at what point will Daaanty get back to the back of escape to pick up those mitts.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, having that mirror means he might try to route it in with, like, Graveyard Ledge or King's Tomb or something like that, so.
Yeah, it's definitely going to help to motivate that play.
So, meanwhile, relkin taking that fancy new book over to desert. As you mentioned, it is a crystal, so we do have a fire source and the ability to lift rocks, so this is a clearable crystal dungeon, so.
Yeah. Or wait, is it relkin with the mirror, or did they both get it?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, you're right, you are correct. Yeah,
okay.
relkin's the only one with the mirror, yeah.
Where did he get it? I can't remember.
It's a great question. I could not tell you.
Yeah. Help. Yeah. Everything's coming at us so fast.
Well, yeah, I mean, this we talked about it a little bit before, but there's been quite a few items already for the seed. It's been pretty generous, but sometimes those types of seeds can be deceiving.
Yeah, no, he's got mirror.
Oh, it was
somewhere.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. I thought he had it.
Yeah, because now he's in the castle. My bad.
But yeah, sometimes seeds like this can be deceptive because you think, oh, this is going to be a fast seed because I'm getting all my items. But sometimes when you have everything except for one item, that means almost the entire world is available to you.
Yeah, and with things like Crystal Turtle Rock and Crystal Mire, you've got the medallions and, of course, the ever popular Ice Rod.
Yeah. Yep. And
but any item could fill that role, so we'll see.
Most definitely, yep. Hard agree. And, you know, and we're missing every single one of those things. We have not a single medallion, and the Ice Rod's still large, so.
Yep.
Alright, so Relkin is making his way up to the escape, so he'll be picking up his powder up here. Meanwhile, the bottom of the escape section of Hyrule Castle not bearing a whole lot of fruit yet for Daaanty, but Relkin will be happy to get his Moon Pearl and powder. I suspect that it's going to be a quick trip into the Dark World for him at this point.
Indeed.
I always think the mirror placement right in that gate is always kind of funny because it looks like the Aga 1 warp or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. We're like, wait a minute, we didn't get that fast, did we?
No, Daanty's just he's a little tricky with his mirror placement there.
Yeah. And there's the map again. We got a pendant
pod.
Yeah, pendant pod, which means I guess one of our Tower Hera must have been the red pendant.
Yeah, that would be my guess as well.
Yeah.
Pendant of Power, I believe, is the red one.
Yeah. Was this? Man, you're getting me into the vanilla game lore. I think they had the colors mixed up and well, mixed up compared to modern stuff where they use blue for it. Yeah,
yeah. Because I think green was like courage or whatever.
Green, and then blue was power, red was wisdom. I think. I don't know.
All right, so Daanty's setting up the quick warp here. Catfish. Oh, well.
And, yeah, you take it in this seat.
Yeah, I mean, we're still at 5 hearts.
Yeah,
so.
And knowing that he wasn't intending on saving and quitting anyway. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
May as well pick it up, warp. So, that's a book and some BAMs.
Yeah, he'll enjoy his piece of heart and 20 rupee here at the Zora area.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Relkin making his way into the Dark World.
Yeah, via the northwest entrance and heading into Skull Woods. Got the sword, got the fire rod. You're able to get through this.
Yep.
Yeah.
I suspect this will be a back to front Skull Woods clear as well.
Yeah, it may as well. I figure you're gonna have to beat Moth anyway. You might get lucky, get both items in the back.
Yep.
You can skip a whole bunch.
And
because then tracking down that last item could be a real pain.
Yeah.
And then if it ends up a big chest where it was the key.
Well, especially when you have mirror too, like and Samaria, like this check is much faster, and also the bridge chest in the back of Skullwoods is also much faster. So
yeah,
Relkin will enjoy that compass that he just picked up, I'm sure.
Yeah, he did slip in that trip to Hype Cave. Grab that cane.
Yep.
Daaanty going pretty much same place, looks like. No mitts yet, so he's got to take a long way around.
Yeah, it has not been the back of his
I mean, for the little bit of show here, it's funny it comes into play.
Yep.
Time Relkin didn't have to take.
And when you've got runners of this high of a caliber, those types of differences can add up over the course
you need
of the
every edge you can get.
Yeah, nothing's free. Yeah. Intentional bonk there to pick up the magic refill. So.
Yep, that one's always there.
Daaanty opting out of the Skullwoods checks, I guess, even with the fire rod. He says, no, thank you.
Yeah. And also notable, Relkin with the mids, not really in the position to bonk that tree, but looking decent for magic now. With Tempered Sword in the boss fight's going to do just fine.
Yeah, I think the only magic he was worried about was having enough to light torches.
Yeah.
And now, normally having sword beams for Moth is not particularly exciting, but he doesn't have a lot of spare hearts.
Yeah, so if the spikes start going or Moth wants to dance in the bottom of the arena, he's probably going to need to play from a distance.
Yep, yeah, did take that hit. So.
Oh, yeah, maybe that could be strategic.
Yeah, right? That could have been intentional.
I mean, of course it was strategic.
Oh,
right?
yeah, 100% planned. I mean, you'll sometimes see runners going into this room, and while you're waiting for Moth to finish spawning, to intentionally run to the spikes just to get rid of their sword beams. So.
Oh, did Moth even finish spawning?
Yeah.
Not a great fight from Relkin there
that was
for his first crystal.
Yep, that was very slick.
Yeah.
The pug sprite with the bunny like pajama looking costume is like my favorite part of looking at sprites that I'm not less familiar with is always seeing the the crazy bunny sprite version. Like every sprite's got a cool thing.
Yeah, a lot of neat stuff. Oh, trying to go for that fairy, seeing that he's a bit low on health.
Well, you know, throwing the fairy dust out when you're. Oh, okay. There is the sorry Twitch chat, but the pedestal has been ruined. It was just couch cash.
Yep. So we'll be dealing with any of that.
It's always one of those relief of a check, especially in like a high stakes, you know, bracket match like this.
Yeah,
it's just that's one less thing I have to worry about. All right, Daaanty finally gets his powder fairy going, so just in time to have it. Looks like he's got the pixel. Yeah,
oh wow!
Yeah, nailed
yeah,
it.
Nice.
Yep, gets the god pixel in Hellway.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Very cool.
See, he didn't actually. It's like Dumbo's feather. He didn't actually need that fairy for the full hearts to get through Hellway. But if he hadn't had full hearts, he would not have had the confidence to make it work.
Yeah. I dig it.
All right, Thieves Town continues to be Thieves Town. Slowly making our way through. Not a whole lot interesting in the chest yet.
Yeah. And I'll admit I was not counting item gets in Skull Woods, but I'm gonna expect that.
Yeah,
I must have finished there.
Yeah, I also got a little distracted by the low heart fairy shenanigans on the left side of our screen, but. So
Graveyard coming for Relkin here.
Yeah, this is a good check for him because he's already done like the backside of Escape. That if he were to check it without it, you know, he would have to save and quit because he can't get out of there. But now these are checks he'll want to get out of the way as to not open the locations. So
definitely.
Yeah, these winners have done a pretty solid job of having similar but different enough routes to have pretty interesting implications for the back end of this race, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, Daaanty will eventually have to get to the back of Escape to pick up those myths, so it'll be interesting to see when and if he'll time that in.
Yeah, well, having that as an extra box to check here with Graveyard and King's Tomb, as Relkin's just done, is perhaps going to draw him there sooner than later.
Well,
if nothing else, lacking mitts, he's going to run out of places.
Very true, yep.
So we'll see, but Relkin looking pretty strong here in the first part of this race. Daaanty as well, just those mitts, they give a lot of options.
Yep. But as we mentioned, you know, with potentially 2 medallions and an ice rod to go, there's still plenty of time left in the scene. We're only 20 minutes in, so still anyone's match. All right, pretty smooth blind fight for Daaanty there.
Yep.
I wouldn't expect any of the runners of the caliber we got in the final 16 of these matches to have typically have any trouble with blind. So.
Yeah.
Although never say never.
Right. Worst case would be, you know, getting forced into like 3 hearts or something like that.
But you know,
and even then, I think you still basically get the 3 mistakes or 2.
Yeah. Well, the you know, not to undersell it, but the stress of the match and what have you can be a thing. But yeah, we've got Quake in the brewery here.
Yep.
First of potentially 1 to 2 required medallions.
Oh, Zazak saying surprise, getting Relkin before he can put the dash on.
Yeah, both runners having a little bit of, you know, I think as we mentioned with this mode, there being less hearts available generally. Both runners having, I wouldn't say troubles, but just definitely concerns and things they have to keep in mind in this Thieves Town, just because of the high amount of damage that's possible in here.
Yeah. And it might be one of those things, too, that honestly, we just notice it more when the maximum heart count's lower, too. There might always be these bumps and bruises. I'll kind of have to go back and check.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's so many things that do 2 hearts of damage in this dungeon, so.
Yeah, that, too. They really started turning the screws here. More health, more damage to get you your tempered sword, and then really turn it on Ice Palace to make you want that blue mail.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine if they were in here with a Steel Fighter Sword or no sword, even.
Yeah, right.
Well, I guess you wouldn't be going to Skull Woods with no sword because you wouldn't be able to open the... Yeah, Relkin doing similar powder strats to keep his health high, so that's just smart play. Did he get the pixel? He did.
Yeah, wow,
right,
double pixel, nice.
Good work.
That's why they're here, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
It's almost like they know how to play this game or something, right?
Yeah. Can't argue with that.
Most certainly not.
But and earlier we missed one of the items, a bottle out of Thieves Town here. We saw Relkin grab in the front. And I'm sure eventually they'll get the warp in and go check out Sick Kid. They're in the neighborhood anyway.
Oh yeah, they got the mirror.
Yeah.
They'll be doing stuff like that if they end up doing Smith chain anyway. So
that's true.
It'd be the kind of thing that they would most likely tie in right around that would be my guess.
Yeah, bring an extra visitor, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if I've ever seen anybody do that. Anyway.
Well, he's you know, he's been in bed all day.
Yeah.
No company.
Yeah.
He's just giving away items like he's that desperate for company.
Yeah. If you bring an extra visitor, do you get an extra item?
I mean, it's a dancing dwarf, you know. Why not do it?
Yeah, it brought you some entertainment.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, Daaanty getting a little bit of the squeeze there from the Wallmaster and the Gibdo. Wanting to find out what's going on over there.
Maybe if we brought a, you know, the dancing dwarf, a Wallmaster, and a Gibdo into Sick Kid, would you get like 4 items? Like,
you might get a Mummy's Curse.
Yeah. I think I saw that was like a Brendan Fraser movie or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll see how Daanty's mouth fight goes.
Yeah. In good health shape. Gets the dash to start. And yeah.
Pretty strong.
That one's like began to move.
Yes. Well, I mean,
but yeah, great stuff.
Moth can be a really annoying fight depending on RNG where he moves. Mm-hmm. If you're not aware, all the spikes in the edge of the arena, if Moth is hit into those, he won't take damage from your attack. Mm-hmm. So if Moth will sit in the corner, sometimes it could just be
a real slog.
Yep. So, but Daaanty handled that well. We'll see how Relkin's blind fight goes. And again, we'll get another pet check from Daaanty. No reason not to do it while you're there.
Yeah. At this level of competition, you want to know, hey, do I need to bother? Especially with the specific dungeons that ended up pendant in this one.
Oh, yeah.
Between Swamp and Pod, especially.
It's like once you get the items out of there, you don't have to kill a boss. That can save you a minute in some seeds.
And if they're real lucky, they won't touch them at all. That'll be
that's the dream.
A whole 11 items they don't have to worry about.
That's the dream.
But so many more checks. But still, normally we would totally hassle him for reading pet.
Well, he literally didn't have the ability to pull it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm super curious to see what Daaanty will end up doing once he gets out of Skullwoods, because again, we keep talking about it. He will eventually have to make his way over to the graveyard to get his mitts. So one of those opportunities could be now. He could head east out of here and do that. And given that he's already done Thieves Town, that appears to be what he's doing. So
yeah, seems like the momentum is in this direction. Relkin picking up Quake now. Get a peek at the red 20 here for Daaanty on Bumper Ledge. Oh, and we're in a health situation.
Yeah, he took his time to kill that first bird. And again, that's another thing in the Dark World, does 2 hearts of damage. So.
Yep. Watch out for Ropas.
Yeah, watch out for anything at this point.
All right, and our Sick Kid check from Relkin here. Just a little piece of love.
Yep. He was happy that someone came to visit him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That dang mountain air.
Maybe that's why he's giving out bottles. He's like, go get this bottle and bottle up some fresh Death Mountain air for me.
No. That's what made him sick.
Oh yeah, you're right. So actually, I don't want a bottle from somebody that was sick. Who knows what might be in it?
Yeah.
All right, so
neat little bump.
Daaanty getting those checks done. I suspect because he's going right to left here that this will be he will not take this portal out and will take the terminal exit down to Graveyard, but I've been wrong before, but I suspect that'll be the case.
Yeah, I mean, this is the time to do it. If he doesn't do it now, he's banking on nothing being there.
Yep.
Both players snubbing their various rupee prizes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've already hit Zora, and they've got enough money for Pod and everything else, so odds are pretty good that even if they wanted to, like, get a potion or something like that, they'd pick up the money by coincidence. Wow, that
got the last word. 1 heart of damage.
What do you think the last word from a B would actually be at B?
Buzz.
But yeah, you know what? I don't know what I expected. I don't know what I expected.
There's those mitts for Daaanty. And we get a slight grimace.
Yep.
Actually, I wanted to ask you, since you'd been across from Relkin in a match, is there much to read off of him in this live scenario? Some players are a little more expressive than others.
Yeah, it is. I mean, honestly, it's hard to tell. Like, you're so focused on your own game.
Well, yeah.
That like, you notice it more like if somebody's trying to do a hover, because you can actually feel the physical vibration in the table depending on even if they do it on their lap, which is what a lot of runners do. Yeah. You can actually like feel the shake, which is interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
And you've got the white noise in your ears, so you can't hear anything. But sometimes you can feel the vibrations of like if somebody like shouts or whatever. So
right.
Yeah. So yeah, I would put Relkin in. You know, he's a pretty stoic guy, but
Gotcha.
but anybody will give a sigh or whatever when they find something that surprises them. So
yeah. Interesting. Good to know. I know Daaanty can be a little more animated, perhaps, but also investing the time there, he went to Dark Cross, piece of heart.
Yep.
Did get a refill out of it, so that's nice. But pretty much time that he gives to Relkin that way, unless he gives the check.
Yeah. Once you start hitting like 6 or 7 hearts, you start feeling a lot more confident. That, you know, that's closer to, you know, NMG levels of hearts and Dark World entry.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Ice Palace now.
Yeah.
No hook shot, but that's not gonna be a problem for Daaanty.
No. Well, and the important thing is we got Arcane and Samaria, so that will make this pretty fast.
Oh yeah, that too.
And if for some reason he does need to get over that ledge, bomb jump is always on the table.
Yeah.
And again, you can see the runner taking just that extra second to grab a heart because.
Yeah, we're in Ice Palace, right?
Yep. Well, you know, dying doesn't save you many times, so.
It's true.
Meanwhile, we got Relkin working on that Smith chain, purple chest chain.
Yeah.
Giving a nice little visit to the most creatively named zone in this entire game, K45.
Yeah. Well,
so item number 1 out of Ice Palace.
Bombs.
Just bombs, yeah.
Yeah, along with the Pengators apparently being in the bomb pool. There were about 6 or 8 bombs just sitting on the floor, 10 more in the chest. Yeah, we got another 10 on the floor.
Wow, yeah. That's a very...
it's a dangerous place.
It is, yeah. Those guys, I don't know if they're like miners or something, but I mean, somebody had to carve the ice out of this Ice Palace. So.
Yeah, right. And Stumpy maybe giving a piece of himself away with 10 arrows, as he was partially transformed.
He was.
Yeah.
Well, and then I guess fully transformed by the end of it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, we'll see how this icebreaker goes for Daaanty. Pretty quick there.
Yeah, very smooth. Grabs a map and goes on with it.
Let's see what our purple chest is. Ooh, a required flute out of the purple chest. End of the Smith chain. Relkin is going to be pretty happy to see that. And there's no reason not to check Bombo's tablet while you're here. So
yeah,
we'll be getting that one.
Yeah, next time you're in the neighborhood, you're going to be on the other side of that wall.
Daaanty knew there was a heart in that pile of skulls somewhere, but he unfortunately guessed last.
Yeah. Last location hard.
Last location. You know, as a player that's probably not as skilled as either of these two, I know exactly where that heart is, Epi, because I've had to grab it many times.
Right, right. The things you forget when you learn more.
Yeah, exactly. But Daaanty having that extra small key, we'll take this route through Ice Palace. Doing the doing the slow dance, having a good time. I don't. What do we call that? The Ice Palace Pug Shuffle? I don't really know what that was.
Yeah. Ice rod.
All right.
All right. And that's a required one too.
Sure is.
Relkin's gonna be here at some point.
Yeah.
So I'd say the tilt between those two is the flute's a little trickier to get to.
Yeah, most definitely. But I mean, of the most skippable chest in Ice Palace is that ice rod chest. So
yeah.
I'm not saying he'll do it, but if there was to be a skip in this zone, it would probably be that chest. So
yeah. Either way, the time investment's going to pay out for Daaanty because it means he'll be able to finish.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't really wanted to pick up that magic refill there for his for his Cold Stare fighter or what have you.
Yeah.
Could also do the sword beam fire rod trick where you throw the fire rod and shoot a sword beam, and then there's some kind of reason that makes them hit twice.
Yeah.
So I suspect that it's probably what he might be going for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, normally you need the full magic, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You need all 4. Yeah. You need all 8 shots. So.
Yeah. So he's actually kind of taking the risk here, making confident with the technique.
And you can hear the noise it made. That's exactly what he got.
There you go. So. And he actually finishes with part of his magic.
Yep.
And so able to leverage it here to get the fight done a little faster.
Yeah, and that actually, very good looking Cold Stare fight.
Yeah, and one of the concerns here with the live environment has been figuring out a little bit of the audio cues. So I wonder if there's a little bit of extra nerves as you're going through that.
Yeah.
Going, okay, like, I hope they fit. Like, granted, it's also a timing thing, so.
It is, yeah. And I think actually, unless I misheard, I think the very first one he missed, I think he was a little too slow on the sword beam. He corrected immediately on the second one, though.
Yeah.
And he had enough magic where I think he could have failed like 3 times as long as he got at least one of them in. He'd have been all right. So.
Yep. And speaking of, when Relkin will get here.
Yeah, and I suspect that you know, I don't think Relkin's under enough time pressure, he feels, at this point to consider skipping the Ice Tea chest and Ice Palace at Ice Rod, but, you know, never say never.
Yeah. We'll see how that one goes. Meanwhile, Daaanty going to hit the south of house portal here. Nice icebreaker.
Yeah, that was even faster than Daanty's one, so.
Just melted right through.
Nice.
Yeah. But,
all right, so we got ourselves a, oh, interesting. So he wants to do a Bombos tablet.
Yeah.
All right. He'll enjoy his no prize over here. Yeah. Well, I guess it's still technically a prize. The rich get richer. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Daaanty had not yet been to the desert area, unlike Relkin, so.
Yeah, so we'll take a look here. Go visit Agina. Oh, rather put the book to use.
Yep.
This is another dungeon that gets a slight tweak with the boot start. Sometimes you're a little worried about getting here before you have them for the torch, but hey, go get it.
Yeah, very true. And you could tell by the fact that Relkin didn't go and flick the crystal switch before he did Icebreaker that he was planning on full clearing ice, so I wasn't particularly worried about him skipping the Ice Tea chest. So yeah, he's taking a slightly different route through Ice Palace, but he'll get there just the same. Pick up that Ice Rod. He'll be happy to see it. He'll be real glad he didn't skip this location.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so you can even see Relkin give that nod. He's like, yep, glad I did that.
Yeah, there does seem to be at least a feeling to the seed where, in the beginning especially, you're just going to find more things packed, and then as those end chains open up, it's sparser and sparser, whether it's just for looking for fewer things or the fact that there's just so many darn places open by the end of it.
Well, I mean, the thing I'm the most concerned with right now is, you know, we still haven't seen entrance to Mizurmai or Turtle Rock, you know. I mean, we could still, you know.
Yeah, it could be Ether and Bombos.
Yep, yeah, most definitely. Or it could be both Quake. And,
or, yeah.
You never know, I guess. That's part of the magic. Speaking of magic, Relkin, in a similar situation, but with full hearts. But he has, I believe, only enough magic for 4 shots, so he's got to make every single one of these.
Yeah.
Or does he have a bottle? Oh, yeah, that's right.
He got his green, yeah.
Good call.
Okay, yeah.
I got all excited. I thought he was going to like have to bust out the full strats for it.
Yeah.
But no, he's just smart and planned ahead. Planning ahead for suckers.
No.
Or it's for winners, actually.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Daaanty making his way through desert.
Yep.
Should be pretty quick business with, you know, with boots, sword.
Yeah, and a lot of the spots or the back rooms of this dungeon with those boots get just so quick.
Oh yeah, most definitely. He's got a pretty fast way to kill Landmo too with that fire rod. So.
Yep.
All right, we'll see where Daaanty, or rather Relkin, opting to head up to Death Mountain.
Yeah. It's our first trip up here, huh? Yeah, and seeing him put that flute to good use, increasing his world travel speeds. Getting the bomb ladder, he just takes the hit.
Still faster.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the nice things about how welcoming and nice the SpeedGaming Live community has been is just all the camaraderie here between all the runners and you know, people willing to share tips and techniques and show people stuff. So yeah, it's been interesting. I was actually, that was one technique I wasn't super familiar with, and I had a fellow runner teach me how to do the pickup bomb and move up faster up and up the ladder. So
yeah,
stuff like that's always nice to see. It's been a really fun event so far.
Yeah, obviously, you know, tournament, the competition, but at the end of the day, pretty much just a big family, right?
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, someone's got to be that super annoying younger brother. So that's the role I like to fulfill.
Oh, I thought you were referring to me.
Oh, okay. Well,
no.
Maybe we're just twins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Hair basement's first item. All right.
Yeah, just taking a peek.
Yep.
Doesn't want to take time in a pendant dungeon. At least not yet.
He's still got, I mean, there's just so many things to do right now.
Yeah, and especially on the side of the mountain with the hammer now. And the mids. And with enough checks here, the hookshot may come up, and then he's got even more.
Just double dead rocked.
Yikes.
I mean, that's not terrible opting to, if you're going to have to sit around and wait and reset, why not invest that time into Spiral Cave?
Yeah, may as well.
Spiral Cave is actually so annoying. It's there's some runners like to skip it.
Yeah, well, if you don't have a sword yet, right, you're dashing and stopping, and it almost feels worse than walking.
Oh, yeah, even with like the hook shot, which will quickly take care of those.
Oh, Silvers and Spiral, you don't want to skip that.
No. Well, I mean, you
can, but hey, it helps.
That time invested has already been paid back for not having to kill Ganon the slow way. So
yeah.
And armed with a mirror, of course, you can go up the right side of Death Mountain here. Get all those items in Paradox Cave and in Super Bunny Cave. So
so Daaanty up here on the mountain now.
Daaanty loves his grandfather a little bit more than relkin does, I think.
Yeah, I guess he does.
Yeah.
We'll see if respect for your elders is some kind of karmic effect, because those 20 rupees probably aren't doing all that much.
No.
Yeah. But I guess that was one of the things we missed in the mode description earlier was you saw he picked up those silver arrows like it was, what, 2018, 2017 or something?
Oh, yeah.
And so that's separate from the bow, which will be somewhere and required for Eastern. Yeah,
there's some I don't know if I'd say division, but progressive bow does change the bow from only having one placement, and the bow is required to finish the game.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're doing tricks, but and your dungeon layout is perfect. But doubling the amount of bows of the progressive bow does have some effects on the logic.
Yeah.
So yeah, for
it's been the story in a couple of seeds already in the group stage. Because it's just it practically becomes an ice rod if you only get like a crystal EP or something.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Or if because and the bow hard required to complete pod because there are no tricks at least that are legal in racing to get around the eye statue in the back of Palace of Darkness. So
yeah. Pretty interesting.
So we'll see if Daaanty he's going to see this red rupee here, and is he going to hard bail?
At least a soft bail.
It's a soft bail.
Yeah, he bails on that, but he's going to keep going. Ether out of Super Bunny here, and the blue mail.
But, no hook shot means that, there's no Hera pod. So Daaanty definitely investing some time here in this pendant Hera. So if he goes to all this trouble and only gets a map, a compass, and a small key, I think he's going to be real sad.
Yeah. relkin going to pop in for the at least the first chest of Hookshot Cave.
Yep, yeah, this chest that he's checking now is in logic with boots because of those bonks you just saw.
Yeah.
It is kind of amusing that 40 minutes in, both runners are still only at 6 hearts with green mail.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, that's why you've been seeing them use that powder and all right, so there's that first compass.
Yep, and TR is Ether.
Oh no, Daaanty.
That's a rough fall.
Oh, that
now
is
does he hard bail?
Yeah, that's a question. Do you double down?
Because he's got the mirror out because it's the only way out of the dungeon right now.
Yeah.
Does he just say, forget it?
All right, well, I if there's anything in Hera, it'll probably be the last place that Daaanty checks at this point. Yeah, that's a brutal drop.
Salt on the doorstep. And
even in, you can still tell just from that failed item dash there, I think Daanty's still a little tilted from that. Because in NMG, that's another risky one. You know, if you fail that bomb jump, you drop 2 floors. And
you basically reset.
Yep, yeah, it's brutal.
So relkin into Turtle Rock now, and notably clearable. One of the sort of meta popular spots for the bow being Laser Bridge too. We might see that sooner than later. Of course, he's here for the crystal, and it's a 5/6. So
yeah,
with the kit, he might even go to Mire right after and try his luck at Pyramid.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth seeing. For sure. I mean, with that ether pickup, you know, like we were talking about medallions, and you know, Turtle Rock ended up being not Quake. So if Mire ends up being Vamos, you know, there could still be a hunt. Yeah,
definitely.
And Turtle Rock's one of those dungeons too that the time difference between just clearing Turtle Rock just to get through it versus full clearing it is pretty small. It's like 1 extra check or 2. So
yeah, definitely.
So yeah, getting this out of the way now is definitely I think a smart move.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see, you know, because we're still looking for, you know, we're still looking for bow. You know, we might still potentially be looking for bombos. You know, hookshot maybe. You know, Swamp Palace is a pendant.
Yeah.
And both these guys are capable of hovering.
Yeah, gonna be an interesting one. Oh, takes a little hit from Barry.
Speaking of capable of hovering.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. I hope that for Daanty's sake that gave him a little bit of his confidence back after after that drop in Hera there.
Yeah, he says no more bomb jumps.
yeah. Next time I'm hovering that like a Chad.
Yeah. Actually, now you mention, I'm kind of surprised he didn't. I guess the timing arriving with the laser ball.
Yeah, definitely. That's just kind of the
or
standard.
Maybe there's something technical about that one. I don't know. But yeah.
Could very well be.
I mean, I know people who hover the hole in the middle of the Moldorm fight.
Yeah. Who would do such a crazy thing?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Daaanty definitely more inclined to do the hovering too. He might go and get the other 3 checks in Hookshot Cave.
Oh yeah, that's certainly possible.
Yeah, I know it wouldn't be the first time this weekend he's done it. Oh, bow out of lava chest in TR. So I mean, I assume Daanty's going after it too.
Oh yeah, if you're not go mode and you're in Turtle Rock, there's, you know, that's one of those checks that would potentially be skippable if you were full clearing it, but. I would be shocked if Daaanty skipped that one when he's there. Because, yeah, he just picked up Ether and Super Bunny Cave.
Yep, Ether and blue form now.
So now we're going to see if your prediction might be correct. We'll see if
he's killing the berries.
He's killing the berries, so that looks like the setup for a hover.
Yeah, it's either that or he's just bitter. But no, we're going to tap dance.
Yeah, all right. We'll see how he does.
And the clicks are audible
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, got the cave. Well, he had Burna, so he already kind of had Spike Cave if we wanted to. But that was our 4th sword, that green 20.
It would have been, yep.
Yeah. And so if those other 3 weren't pretty much just set right down the barrel.
All right, well, a very impressive display of hovering that, while very cool, did not get Daaanty very much. Although it does get that check out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah, and if we end up searching for something later and we do find that hook shot, it'll be weighing on Relkin's mind to perhaps come back here.
Yep. Well, I think at this point the only thing we might potentially be missing that we don't have knowledge of between the 2 runners might be Bombos for Meyer.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Because if we had Bo picked up from the Turtle Rock chest, you know, that would be the one. You know, the one big progression item that we'd be missing. So I think what Relkin might do next is, you know, finish clearing this dungeon, and then he's probably going to want to get eyes on Meyer to see, you know, how close am I to go mode.
Yeah. I like the double bottom block setup for that room. Basically, place, fire, place, and then wait, and get it while you're basically optimizing time to get out of the room.
Oh, yeah. You also see people do a strat where they throw the Samaria block, and then when the crystal switches come up, it gives them invincibility frames, and then they check the chest, and then literally bonk over the roller in the roller room, and then there's lots of interesting ways to get that room done.
Yeah, and of course the room Daanty's in being slowed down a little bit without the hook shot for either runner.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of times you'll see runners forgetting that they don't have the hook shot, and then they'll stand away. Then you have to do like the slow Samaria block of shame or a lap around. It's like the anti-victory lap.
Yeah.
Very nice laser bridge dashes from Relkin there.
And at 3.5 hearts in blue mail, he's going to go up here. He's got his powder, so he might grab one of the antes on the way in. Or he might just feel good.
He might just feel good, yeah. I think with the setup he's got, he might not be too worried about it.
Yeah. That's another Samaria I really like.
Yeah. He'll pick up a heart in this skull pot here, and I think he might call it good. Yep. Yeah. So Daaanty will eventually find his bow in here. Relkin with a real nice looking Trinex so far.
Yeah.
Getting a 1 cycle.
Getting the swap in before the explosions start and everything. A lot of little details to manage in this fight, and not to mention the high damage output.
These chain chomps.
Speaking of high damage output, Daaanty does make his way around them, and Relkin going to work on Trinex barely gets into the first turn.
That's about as fast as you can do that last phase of Trinex right there. Yeah. The 2 spins into the final slash.
Yep. Good stuff.
Yeah. Holds off his 10 arrows, picks up his crystal, and again. I think our tracker doesn't quite show it yet, but I believe the bow is in Relkin's possession.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, I think I would be shocked if he did anything other than go to Misery Meyer to see whether or not what his go mode status is.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. And if he gets in, he does that. Desert takes Eastern last.
Yep.
Lets him skip check in there as well. Daaanty, of course,
picks up his bow.
going for the full clear.
Now I believe, is Daaanty still missing his flute? I honestly don't remember.
Flute was purple chest.
Purple chest, yeah. So
has not done the chain, so he's gonna have a little bit of a different time with this one.
So yeah, definitely the advantage bar is definitely tipped in relkins. I missed Misery Mire. I didn't quite see what it was. The fact that he didn't immediately run to it makes me wonder if it's Bombos.
It was Bombos, according to chat.
Yeah, all right,
well, we got ourselves a dinger then.
We do.
Provided Bombos isn't in checkerboard.
Yeah, or
keys under the mat, as they says.
Oh, I gotta pull my chair closer because this match just got a lot more interesting. I paid for my whole chair, Epi, but I only need the edge. So we got a desert finish here. Makes a lot of sense. He's already here. Needs to be cleared.
Yep.
Now that is a dungeon that Daaanty has already done. So we'll see the runners continuing to do things that the other person has done. So the the gap in time and progression starts to close a little bit. The picture becomes a little bit more clear. But for right now, the big thing that Daaanty needs to do is eventually get that purple chest done, because he's going to need that flute at some point.
Yeah.
We'll see what technique Daaanty opts to do in that at that crystal switch roller bar room that we were discussing previously.
Yeah. As we were saying, one of the chances for the runners to take a little expression, whatever they feel more comfortable with or feels faster. We got that invisibility, so we can walk right through.
Yep. And then
there's over, place and break, and swipe just to set up the next room down there.
Meanwhile, relkin, unlike his opponent when he's there, this time he had a bow with silver arrows, so he had about as fast as a lamb of light as you can get. So
pretty much, and aces it.
This Turtle Rock kind of maze Samaria block room is definitely one of those more intimidating rooms as a new player. You're like, how am I supposed to do this in the dark? But actually, it's really not too bad. I would place that on the kind of medium-low level, but it does require some prep. But
well, the nice thing is there's inputs buffer, right? So you can just be holding the direction and be able to go. So if you learn the thing, and heck, you have it written down next to you, then you just make your way through.
Yep.
Just remember to hit the switch.
Yeah, definitely. But it always definitely looks cool. Yeah. No hook shot or anything else available to make that red beetle less annoying. So Daaanty losing a little bit of time there, having to deal with that. So as you mentioned, the potential for, but there was no bombos in the Mire area. So the hunt continues for our bombos. So. But it makes sense for relkin to do a lot of crystal cleanup at this point.
Oh, sure. That way, I mean, plan for success. And if Bombos is here, he's in great shape.
Yep.
If it's not, well, he's got this done, and he knows that he can just keep searching.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, pretty standard play at this point. It'll get really interesting if Bombos is not in any of these required dungeons, because then the hunt will be on. Well, I guess it's already on, but
yeah. But it could be over fairly quickly if it's here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think one item I think both these runners would be glad to see would be the hook shot, because and it might end up being required for all we know. Bombos could be in the back of swamp or something like that. So, but that'd be one less thing to worry about. For your GT climb, it would be those high pressure hovers.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Daaanty letting Tronic stretch just a tiny bit further in that second phase, but all the same, clean fight.
Yeah, and actually he had I think he had a slightly cleaner phase 1 fight too. So
call it a draw.
Yeah, there's a reason both of these guys are made the final brackets. So
yeah, and another subtle thing there with relkin taking advantage of the easy swap between your wooden and silver arrows to reduce lag in the Stalfos room.
Yeah, that was a very nice kill.
Yeah. And see more and more players, because you got the bow, going with that diagonal kill 3 route instead of what had been popular for a while, using that positioning glitch to just kill the 2.
Yeah.
It just takes a little longer to set up.
It's a little bit more skill intensive, but it is faster.
Yep.
So.
And I mean, skill intensive is what got these guys here.
Yeah, if you've got it, you might as well say, you're just leaving time on the table, right?
Yep.
All right, so this is a pretty big play here from Daaanty. He is heading into pen and pod.
Yeah. At the very least, setting up the intent to go. We'll see if he starts with Eastern.
Yeah, that's very true. And in fact, I would be surprised if he didn't. But,
well, that's true. He's still looking for his flute, and he's thinking, hey, 5 items.
Yep.
So
this could get real spicy if you know.
Oh yeah, and you know he hasn't even visited Taha, so we're just getting those checks.
Well, he's got a lot to do over here.
Yeah.
Efficiency of grouping checks is a good way to get time back too.
Yeah. We saw that earlier when he did finally get his mitts.
Yeah, definitely true. But unfortunately, that lack of flute is both causing him to do more checks he might not otherwise do. I guess they're still looking for bombos, but also, I mean, flute does save time just for overworld movement.
It sure does.
You know, Relkin's had that for quite some time now, and that time does add up as well.
Yep. Yep, getting a little kiss from the Igor before he returns it.
It's a good luck one.
Yeah.
Little love tap. So, you know, much like the other Light World boss, Silvers is going to make the Armos fight pretty trivial.
Absolutely.
In a fun way, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's like mowing the lawn. Those guys are gone.
Yep.
And Relkin holds aloft his bug net, and he really wishes it was a yellow disc with flames on it.
Yep. But hey, if things get dicey, got the net, got the bottles.
That's true.
Yeah.
That you know, those Armos can get squirrely, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, not just for the Armos, but I'm thinking like the Gauntlet and all that.
Oh,
but
yeah, fair.
Definitely have seen players hit that refresh room. At
Yeah,
the
the recovery room against Tower.
Yeah.
Yep.
The one that puts the bonking gaps into logic.
Yeah, that room is definitely, it's very clearly developer intended.
Oh, yeah.
To get over there, so that has definitely, you know, bonks everything.
Pretty esoteric if you're just playing casually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we're getting the arrow set here.
There's another more sweet arrow tech for you.
Yep.
So, yeah, to tighten the gap a little bit here, Relkin also opting to, you know, use his flute to dive back down and go right back into the pod entrance area.
Yeah, interesting.
So, ironically enough for Daaanty, he might actually hope that Bombos isn't here.
Right, because there'll be time that Relkin spends on it too.
Yep. Because yeah, I don't see Daaanty ever. You know, he'll finish Eastern here and then he'll go straight into pod. He already did the setup for it, so. But yeah, where is that Bombos medallion? Where in the world? All right, so Relkin's going to be our first glimpse into any of the Palace of Darkness checks. So we do have a bow-locked logic Palace of Darkness here.
Yes.
First of several items being a heart container. And you can see the slow attrition of pieces of heart picked up throughout the seed, you know.
Speaking of.
Yeah, speaking of. Yeah,
the Eastern Big Chest.
You know, the runners are starting to get pretty comfortable at this point with, I think it was like 8 hearts or so and blue mail.
Yep.
They're not worried anymore.
Yeah.
Not that they were particularly worried, but now it's not occupying very much in their mind space anymore.
Yeah, you might see more of those visible ones left behind if there's even any left.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking like, Relkin do hammer pigs?
Yeah, that I don't know.
I forget. But
yeah, I mean, anything that you get visual on, like, you're instantly bailing on them. You don't need any anymore.
Yeah. Oh, Cannonball RNG taking a little toll there.
Well, Relkin got a kiss from Igor, and Daaanty got a kiss from a cannonball to the face. So it's a very affectionate Eastern Palace here.
Yeah.
Today.
Of course, the question on everybody's mind is, which would you prefer?
I don't know. What's the velocity of said cannonball?
That's true. A stationary cannonball is probably at least a
slightly
better experience. But bug net for Daaanty there with just as quick an Armos.
Yep. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a very interesting Palace of Darkness here, because whether or not Vamos is here could determine the outcome of this match.
Very much so.
So
yeah, another match that you know, we're almost an hour in no lamp, but of course at the skill level it doesn't totally matter.
Yeah, and you got your fire out for your fire source, so you don't need it.
But that one room that we've seen rear its head for a lot of players, that block placement room in Mire.
Huh?
I mean, if you can have the lamp for it, I've heard plenty of people say, yeah, I'd rather just have it. I'll go a little out of my way if I know I have to do Mire for it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, especially in a live environment too. Like it's sometimes sound quality, you know, over the white noise things can be an issue. So you know, the fine stereo thing that you don't really think that you need it, but you don't realize how much you rely on those dark rooms until it's suddenly not there. So.
Yeah, both runners in pod now. And speaking of
So for those of you,
and you're probably about to make the joke.
am I that predictable? So yeah, that does put relkin into go mode.
Yeah, got himself a slightly comfier trip into Mire now.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, very very happy to see that lantern for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you mentioned, that there's lots of tricks you can use even without audio cues to get that Samaria block placed in the right spot. But it's easy to understand the tricks, and it's another thing to do it when there's two fireball things shooting at you constantly.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
One of the best tricks is have the lamp.
Yeah, the best trick of all is developer intended.
My strategy was to have the lamp.
My strategy was to be able to see, not have to do it with my eyes closed. That's a solid strategy. I recommend it for anybody that's trying to do that room.
Yeah.
All right, so Daaanty will eventually find his lantern and a Bombos in Palace of Darkness here, but he unfortunately will probably just continue on because he is still missing that ever important flute, which is in the purple chest. So
that's true.
So yeah, relkin
down easy.
Oh yeah, relkin is going to be hoping for the so-called Godmire, where you find the big key very quickly instead of having to tool around looking for all the dungeon item chests instead.
Yeah, and that time spent here made especially annoying by the fact that there's enough keys on the floor in here to get through the place.
Yeah.
You're just going key, great. Like literally just dead weight. You're not even getting navigation out of it.
There's so many chests and keys in this dungeon, and yet there's only room for 2 actual non-dungeon items in it in the standard mode that we're playing here. So.
Yeah.
All right, so Daaanty's about to be a little mildly excited because he finds his Bombos, but he doesn't actually know, because he doesn't have the flute, he doesn't actually know that may be a required medallion.
He is saving quitting out of here, so he's figuring, hey, 2's enough. That's interesting.
So at this point...
Yeah, we did get that big key early.
Yeah, Daaanty is basically purple chest go mode at this point.
Yeah, we'll see what he decides to do.
All right, the Epi-strats in the Samaria block room in Mire, definitely...
oh, man, my first technique. I'm so flattered.
You got named after you, yeah.
If I get named after having to use the lamp in the dark rooms, that's fine.
You know what? I'll take it.
Yeah.
So Daaanty is edging ever closer in the correct direction, but I don't think it's his intention to go all the way over to... the Smith chain to start purple chest. I think he's...
Yeah, we'll see. It might be a there and back kind of loop.
The Bilbo Baggins route, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know if... I mean, is he going to go into Hookless Swamp? Oh, he's heading up. Oh, no.
Stumpy?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he didn't do the Stumpy route.
So jury is out, but relkin smooth on the spooky here in Vitreous now. Silver arrows, no issue.
Oh, yeah, that fight is cake.
He's going north.
He is.
This is going to tighten things up a bit, but obviously still very strongly advantage relkin. He just got his 7th crystal.
Yeah, Daaanty's in trouble, for sure. And the longer he doesn't have this flute, the worse it'll be.
Yeah. It was about like 8 or 10 digs in here, I think we saw.
Something like that, yeah. Or more. There we go.
Yeah.
I just remember it being a money that nobody wanted to pick up.
Yeah.
You've already got that randomizer huge money pool anyway.
Yeah. Relkin on the climb. The numbers flying in the chat. Wondering where that
GT big key is.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that.
Oh, that wow.
Yeah, we're just barely on the cusp of like that might matter here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only thing on the relkin's mind right now might be that potential hover and that hookshot location.
That's
for
true.
Ganon's Tower
Yeah.
Big Key.
I mean, we know he's capable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, rather not have to if you don't have to.
Yeah.
But logically, the hookshot could very well be in Ganon's Tower, and in fact, just based on the sheer number of checks in that location, it's probably statistically likely that it is there.
Yeah.
But if there's anything I know about randomizer, it's that statistically likely means absolutely nothing.
Yep. Statistics and probability are two different disciplines, but
So is me crying to myself softly after I miss all my items. So it's probably because I lack discipline, really, in that scenario. So
perhaps. Yeah, hopping down the TR while Daaanty is going for the move he needs to make.
Yep. So this is good news for Daaanty, but I think it barring any catastrophic failures on relkin's part, it might just unfortunately be too little, too late.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he never got the sick hit check in. Yep.
Oh, interesting.
Good. I mean, it's solid outing for all he knows. That fluid could be here. You know, get those checks grouped and get them done.
But just a little piece of love.
Yep. Hey, you know what? Sick kid's always happy to have company.
Indeed.
If Daaanty had actually dashed into that warp tile, I would have laughed pretty hard before picking up that.
Oh, before the chest, yeah. Oh. Be a little reset. And you're seeing him leave the chest behind. You may be wondering. But we'll find out in a sec just how well this game is programmed. Of course, many of you already.
Well.
Yeah.
Honestly, the real charm of this era of video gaming is kind of in the wonkiness, really.
Oh, for sure.
It's kind of part of the charm. Relkin having some torch lighting tropes
yeah.
in that room. And in fact, I think he'll still be all right if he gets the dash here. Yeah, all right, he's good.
Yeah, good to go. Going right side. And there's his flute.
Yep.
And a little head shake from Daaanty.
Yeah,
there.
I think he knows that that's not good news for him.
Yeah.
His only consolation prize is that he knows he's going to be able to get into Mire no matter what it is, because he does have all 3 yellow coins. But
yep.
He's got to be feeling behind at this point.
Yeah, he's gonna make one last trip down to the village, and then he'll be on his way to Mire.
Yep, gotta activate that flute.
Yup.
As I'm sure you're aware.
Yeah, I got better at it yesterday.
You did? Okay,
yeah,
that sounds good. I'll skip you the lecture. So relkin on a search for that Ganon's Tower Big Key, and also maybe on a minor search for a hookshot. I wonder if he'd be willing to, you know, open up any other easy chests that are next to a big key, kind of looking for it, or
yeah,
or
if we
what
get like a
have you.
Stalfos or a random room pick.
Yeah, exactly. You know, because these checks that that relkin is doing, you know, you saw the hover right there. These checks would not technically be in logic without the hookshot, but the hookshot could be just about anywhere. Yeah. So could even be in swamp.
Yeah, all in all, I mean,
not the back of the swamp. But.
Yeah. But the item placements here actually relatively, you know, kind, as they say. Sometimes the story of the seed is that it was quote unquote meme.
Yep. But you know, relkin obviously taking, even if you can hover those gaps, it's so much faster just to bonk over.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you'd just be doing it for show at that point.
Yeah. Which has not stopped runners in the past.
Oh, sure.
Mind you. Hence your comment about hovering the Moldworm 1 middle hole. So.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, Daaanty making his way through Mire here. He's going to just be on that big key hunt as well, just like his opponent was.
Yeah.
Pretty solid Mire too, but that one hobo got away from him there. So this the check that relkin is about to do is another check that is not in logic without the hook shot. Nice bomb jump over it though.
Yep.
So by taking this route, relkin is saying that, you know, I want to full clear this Ganon's Tower, or not full clear, but clear this Ganon's Tower efficiently, looking for that big key. He doesn't want to worry about the hook shot being somewhere in, you know, in the light world or in a dungeon somewhere that he ended up not having to go into. So pretty smart.
Agreed.
So the so-called randomizer room not paying out.
Yeah.
GT Big Key not on that mushroom, I can tell you that. At least not in this mode.
Nope. And Daaanty about to descend Grabbing a fairy for good luck.
Yep, I suspect he'll be grabbing a magic refill on the left here too. Yep.
Gonna need it.
Yeah, I couldn't quite tell if he had. I don't think he had quite enough juice for that one Mario block that he needs.
Yeah.
But he'd want the magic for. Well, I guess you got silvers for the Vidrius fight. So
yeah. Just in case this goes twice somehow. Yeah, a little bomb replenishment there as we drop into Ice Armist for Relkin. Seeing a little bit of the intensity on his face, he knows that he was able to pick this one out with this speed, and he knows he has a very strong opponent in Daaanty.
Oh, I was just about to say he had a really clean looking Ice Armist, but he missed that
fifth
one just by like a couple of pixels.
Yeah, great recovery though.
Oh yeah,
no big deal really.
All the fetch quest items. Oh, there's our big key right there.
Yeah.
So this will be a climb that Relkin is going to have to do without the hook shot.
Yep. It won't be an issue, of course, until we get to Moldorm 2.
Oh, no. Yeah, he's just not opening up any more chests. So.
Yeah.
He's got the small keys he needs. Meanwhile, Daaanty heading over to Vidrius, again armed with silvers. Going to be a pretty quick fight.
Dodging the quickly attacking eyeball. And slight waiting game. A couple extras early, just to make sure he gets it as fast as possible. I mean, really, when you know you have the arrows for it, go for it.
Oh, yeah. Those first two were the intimidation arrows, just to show him what's for.
Yeah. It was, what was it, yesterday somebody knocked on Moldorm's door before they jumped in.
Oh, yep. Yeah. Knocking on Moldorm's door, I guess. Yeah. Nice cannonball dash from Relkin there. All right, so Daaanty doing the save and quit to Mountain because he is going to be heading up to Ganon's Tower as well. Yeah,
Gauntlet off to a smooth start here, too.
The only way I could see Daaanty maybe picking up some time on this big key hunt, I guess he could go like full right or something like that to go to. But I mean, that's a pretty unconventional route, so I don't suspect that'll happen.
Yeah, I'm not totally familiar with the subtleties of like how the hook shot affects the big key placement logic, but a full right is fine, isn't it?
I believe so. Yeah. So I believe.
And so it might be a thing that he's thinking about, makes that decision.
Yeah.
Of course, the meme plays, the tile gamble, but of course we know that will not pay off.
Well, I mean, honestly, if it won't be the first time a runner has gone into GT feeling so far behind that they felt like a tile room gamble, might have been a potential play. But you're right; it's not going to bear any fruit on this one. And the dead rocks continue to be dead rocks.
Yeah, a little bit of patience and a little bit of aggression.
I guess that might be the origin of the phase passive aggressive.
If anything, the dead rocks are passive aggressive.
Yeah,
I'm in your way. Oh, am I in your way? Am I in your way?
Honestly, the worst part about dead rocks is that they have instant acceleration. Like there's no like they just go from sitting there to full go.
Yeah.
Like it's really hard to plan around them. I can spend all day complaining about dead rocks, but I won't.
Yeah.
Because we've got Daaanty entering GT right now.
Yeah.
Gets to sit through this crystal cutscene, and you can tell from that sigh that he just busted out that he's not feeling too confident about his chances with that flute placement.
Yeah. Well, Relkin with a nice right-left there, getting probably like the lowest pixel you can get that right side torch on. And
surprisingly tricky to get that right side torch under that fireball. So, but if you could do it, definitely faster.
Yeah.
Relkin is going to get the full refill here.
Yeah, gonna skip the chest unless he doesn't. Now he skips it.
Nah, he skipped the chest in the.
Yeah, I saw that too. I figured maybe it was just the walk, but where those are a little on the way.
No, he's going.
But no, it's time to dance.
And if Daaanty wasn't sure where, if Daaanty wasn't sure where Relkin is, he might know where he is now if he feels that hover from across the other side of the table.
Yeah.
Then again,
getting a little bit of resonance going. We'll see if the setup can take it.
Yeah, that's right. We've got a cascade failure on SpeedGaming.
Yeah. But yeah, with that hover though, of course, it means Daaanty's going left. We get the Moldorm kill just to give a little extra room. We'll release a pressure here.
Yep. All right, we'll see how
some warm-up steps. Relkin going.
He's going.
He's going, and he gets it.
He gets it. Yep. Real solid.
Yeah.
And the best part about hovering Moldorm is that you actually have to push the blocks as intended instead of hookshotting through them. It's just like every time I get done watching somebody do a hover, I'm like, oh yeah, they have to push those blocks, don't they? Yeah.
You got to do some kind of work in the room, right?
Yeah, well, because the hovering wasn't enough work.
Yeah, right.
Well, both runners having minor troubles in this GT right side torch room here, one way or the other. One was with Wall Masters, the other one was, I think, with Stalfos and the spiky blocks. So.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think that was just a double from Relkin on the Agate 2 there. It was real close.
Yeah, those last two were
and Aghanim throwing the blue balls. You can't escape it, whether it's NMG or whether it's Rando.
Getting another score there. Oh gosh, the triangle.
Actually, he handled that very well. He'd have been ready for another non-blue ball reflection there, but didn't need it.
Yep.
So pretty smooth, pretty smooth relkin fight for Aghanim too.
Went down easy for Aghanim too. Huh?
Yeah. Actually, no, that was a really tough fight for Aghanim too.
Yeah,
he got his butt handed to him by relkin there.
Yeah.
So
now it's Ganon's turn, it would seem.
Yeah, I mean, this Ganon fight's going to be pretty straightforward for relkin.
Yeah.
I mean, a runner of this skill, you've got Tempered, you've got Silvers. I mean, he has
Lamp.
Yeah, he's got Cape if he really wanted it, or rather Burna. I guess there is no Cape, but and he wouldn't even use it if he had to. So yeah, the only question is going to be, is he going to get these fast? Relkin's a pretty experienced Ganon fighter, like we saw in previous seeds in this tournament here. You know, he was even busting out Master Sword, Kinesamaria techniques for Ganon. So
very cool.
definitely a runner who's put in the time. And you know, we mentioned
a little
those
flash of Burna, just to get out of the way.
Yep.
Hey, you're still in. I shouldn't have said anything. You're still in danger in this fight.
Yeah, I mean, and typically you want to avoid Kana Burna during this fight because the added lag actually is pretty noticeable because of all the bats and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's why you normally see players opt for the Cape when in possession.
Exactly, yep. But you know what causes even more time loss than a slight bit of lag is horribly dying.
Oh, yes.
All right, we move pretty smoothly into phase 4 of Ganon. Relkin shooting him right in his face there, and a really excellently timed. He'll be able to get 2 arrows here. Almost got the 4th. Ganon had to be a little bit lower there, but it doesn't matter. Still a very clean Ganon fight. And yeah, that is GG's for Relkin. He's holding his sword aloft, and he'll be entering the Triforce room shortly here.
Yeah, GG's to Relkin. Excellent fight.
Yeah, it was very well done.
Yeah, about a 114-23. We got the applause from the crowd here.
Yeah, and Daaanty knows what's up, and
he's gonna check just one more chest.
Yeah, and the
congratulatory come off. Yeah.
Yep.
What a match. Yeah,
definitely very well done by both these runners. Obviously, the story of the seed was definitely that flute in the purple chest for sure.
Absolutely.
And Bombos being where it was. And
yeah, kind of working itself out that it turns out not to be so much of the hunt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or at least a hunt they sniffed out fairly quickly.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was. So with this, I believe the Relkin will be moving on in the finals. And
keeps his undefeated streak going. You see the guys, John, here on cam, former teammates and all that, and good friends.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all that display at the beginning of the race, all just for show.
All pageantry.
Yeah, all pageantry.
So, yeah, we'll see if we can't get these guys over here to chat about the seed.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're talking about the old. We'll need here. How about we can?
Yeah. We'll need the tech setup. I'll go look for somebody. Because we'll have to swap.
Oh,
or I guess no, these might be unmuted.
Yeah, I think the I guess we could hold a headset mic and then share them, but yeah, we're grabbing a check.
Actually, I'm grabbing a bathroom.
Yeah, sounds good. But yeah, definitely we're gonna get these 2 runners in here in a second. We're gonna grab a tech guy in here that'll help us finish this race out. I mean, honestly, these runners were so fast that the tech guy wasn't even planning on being here to finish up at the end of this race here. But yeah, with this win, Relkin will move on to the brackets. Daaanty, unfortunately, that'll be the end of his SGL 2022 match. But definitely put on a good showing. Daaanty had a very, the bracket that he came out of was very, very strong. So the fact that you advanced, how's it going, buddy? How's it feeling?
It's going.
It's going.
It's going.
So you're free.
I'm free.
You're free.
Maybe I can yell into one of these microphones too.
Yeah, exactly. Here, we'll.
I will do this for the minute.
Yeah, we can chat like this. So.
All right, that'll work for the time being.
The question I got to ask you is, there was, obviously no hook shot in the seed, and
yeah, it's been removed entirely.
I don't know how well you could see your opponent because the setup's kind of changed, but could you feel the vibration or see any of the?
No, any of my late game hovers, I was like, I was a little more direct with trying to shake the table.
You're trying to like flex on him.
Yeah, I was like, maybe. Well, we were both practicing hovering a little bit before the race, and he failed it, and I just kind of looked at him, and I was like,
That's what it's going to be, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had little theatrics beforehand, tearing up the old Titans mitts.
Yeah.
This is why I don't talk crap to people, because it always bites me in the butt. So I
they say I
deserve
get
it.
hit or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the PG version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, the big story of this seed was that food placement, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was the first thing I asked him was, I assume you got mitts before going to Village of Outcasts. Yeah. And I kind of was like, if it's over there, I'm sunk. Let's just keep following this train. And then Bombos being where it was good, but I was like, that's probably not enough for it to be my out. But when I saw Lamp 2, I was like, well, this is probably bad. Well,
and you instantly bailed too, because I think you knew what the implications of that was. So
yeah, at that point you could kind of like just wipe out the entire mountain. You could wipe out, other stuff, and then I will pass this one over to Relkin since he's sliding in, and the cables are easier.
Yeah, there we go. And then we'll see if we can get this guy turned on. I can already hear them getting the mics turned on. So yeah, have a seat. The Victoria's still undefeated in this whole tournament. Relkin, how's it feel?
Oh man, I was shaking like crazy because when I failed that first Moldorm 2 hover, I heard you start hovering.
Yeah,
I thought you were at Moldorm 2.
Okay.
No, he was hovering the left side GT gaps over there. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
awesome.
Oh no, is this it? Am I gonna lose because I failed the first time?
Well, at least I faked out 2 people in the tournament on the whole hover thing. And
get over here.
And we gotta get Epi back in here. But at least I faked out 2 people, made them think I was right on their tails when I clearly was not.
You gonna sit on your stuff?
Yeah.
But yeah, what a race.
Yeah, that was intense. So I mean, honestly, you mentioned the mitts first. We spent the whole time warning. Well, is Daaanty gonna come out of Skull Woods? He's gonna do the Graveyard King's Tomb and the terminal exit into the tomb, and you did. But the repercussions of that meant that the Smith chain just wasn't happening for you at the same time as it did for Relkin. So,
yeah, and I wanted to go back because I left at that point. That was when I realized I forgot to mirror for Sick Kid. So, and that's been a little bit of a hotspot in my seeds this week. So obviously that clouds the brain.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, let's do what we did yesterday. And the seed obviously, like, I don't know, it felt fun. Like that, the first 2 I played were
fun to watch.
The first 2 or 3 actually I played were just like slogs. So having 2 in a row, and even though going out, like it was a lot of fun having one that just felt like you can make some decisions versus being forced to make the same decision with your opponent.
You don't feel like you're in a tunnel, or it doesn't feel like quite as linear or whatever. Yeah. I mean, honestly, we were kind of hoping, because you guys were actually in the pod Eastern Palace area right around the same time. Mm-hmm. It was just that one had a fluid and the other didn't. So we were like, oh man, even though Daaanty probably wants to find Bombos in pod, it would actually be bad for him. So we'd probably secretly hopes it's not in there. And then I think Relkin busted it out for us. We're like, all right, it's here we go. Here we go. So.
There was no roars anytime I found anything, so I never really felt ahead.
It's because even with the white noise in the cans, like you can actually you can hear a little bit, but you can actually feel the vibrations of the crowd.
Yeah.
Which is
okay.
Which I mean, it depends on where you're at.
You guys did great, because even when Relkin was
this is why you lost.
Yeah, I know. I said that right before you got back in here.
Yeah, show the camera.
But like even when I didn't hear anything at all, so you guys did a good job of keeping it cool.
Yeah, see,
not that it wasn't a hype race.
Torn asunder.
And it's funny that's actually what probably, I'm not going to say it did cost me, but it definitely didn't help me that I couldn't find those.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Now you mentioned it,
because
man. Having those leech over there a little sooner.
Well, whatever.
I just proof that karma exists, I guess.
Look, any tournament, I just kind of give my opponent a ribbing right before we start. This is what happens. So I'm just going to go back to not doing it, being nice.
Where's the fun in that, though?
It's sometimes it's not fun, but
it's not. But so with that victory, you move on further in the brackets, Relkin. I guess I'm not sure. The results are still pending as to who.
Actually,
are they?
That's what I was checking.
Oh, you were checking.
You've got Banta. You got a
okay.
pre-game trash talk. If you learned a free lesson off of Daaanty.
All right then.
Yeah, be nice. Be nice.
No. But that's going to be a great match too. And that'll be 2 more undefeateds going against each other. So one of you's got to walk away.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So that should be an exciting one coming up, assumably sometime later today.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Excellent race, well run.
It was a pleasure to watch.
Thanks to Drunk Future Self for the tracking, and chat and everybody tuning in.
Yeah, so I guess you just went directly to every item, right?
I mean, I got the mitts before Dark World. I went to Uncle. That's like my last Light World check, and I went straight to Dark World after that. And then I did Skullwoods Thieves Town, got the flute, and then did Turtle Rock first, got the bow. Checked to see if I was in go mode at Meyer, saw his Bombos, I was like, uh-oh. And so I went to Eastern, and I went to Pod afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, like when I went to Desert with the book, I did not really feel great about killing the boss because both items being up front.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is a huge time sink, but I was like, I don't want to do Agina beforehand. And Agina's been another hotspot location for me.
There's been a few places.
So I was like, I definitely want to check Agina today. But, you know, way she goes, as Ari says all the time.
Way she goes, boys.
Yeah.
Way she goes.
Yeah, huge shout-outs to SpeedGaming. This has been a super fun event.
Yeah.
I've been having a blast seeing people and racing live, even though it's, like, omega stressful. You know?
Well, you're free now.
Yeah, I'm free. I'm
Yeah,
free.
you're
I
free.
can party with the best of them now.
Most definitely. Well, yeah, as you mentioned, it's been a great event. Like meeting people for the first time that we've been chatting with. I mean, some of you guys have been to other events before, but like meeting people that that have been involved in the random community for like 5+ years now. It's been a great, and everyone here is super nice. The community's got a great vibe. So yeah, it's been awesome.
Yeah, at one
Absolutely.
time you're just not nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the real question is, Daaanty, are you going to learn your lesson?
I mean, I'll learn it until I'm like, this is going to be really funny, and then I'll probably get in a lot of trouble.
So the
for
answer
something.
is actually no. No,
usually
I
what
won't.
happens.
Yeah.
That's kind of that's how it goes. But yeah, super happy for Relkin. Best of luck going forward, dude. We've raced quite a bit. He usually gets the best of me. I get him on the fight nights, we'll call it. But yeah, good luck, dude.
Yeah, thank you. GG's again.
Yeah, GG.
GG's both.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming too.
Of
was,
course.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure.
Omega awesome crew.
Let's see, we got anything on the schedule linked to the past wise coming up.
I was going to say, yeah, I think we've got
Hit a refresh by accident.
slight delay as we pull up our...
But there will be something here for sure, whether it's linked to the past or I know we got our Z1s going. And
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, don't see anything.
Various Super Metroid flavors.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's more great content here. We've got more brackets matches coming down the pipe. Both linked to the past rando. I know SMZ3 has had a few matches as well. So yeah, stay tuned. There's nothing but good vibes and good times here at SpeedGaming Lab. So
Yep. Thanks everybody.
yeah, thanks guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.